So basically this is, if you come around here, what we call is Cathedral. Okay, and it's like a church roof. This one, rectangle. These are not finished heads, they're just, I just picked them out of the rack, so obviously they haven't been surfaced and still got chips and everything else on them. But that's a good understanding. So this one, as you can see here, is a lot lower, okay, and skinnier. This one is a lot higher. You can see from the deck surface up, you've got this gap. It's a lot wider and it has a direct, more flow path. So also requires different rockers. So GM was pretty smart. So what they did is they straightened this port up versus this port. So this port has actually been moved and then the intake rocker is offset. So you can see that's nice and straight. Okay, you can see this has some curvature. Understand? It's on an angle. So they've kicked that up. So you can see that difference from there to there. That's the difference. So people who are trying to know about what we've got, this is a rectangle port and this is Cathedral. Think of a church-shaped roof, so that's where you'll know. So getting back to here, there's a lot of, basically internet talk about Cathedral and everything else. Listen, it's a good head, and a lot of people go, oh, the flow numbers, you don't need to have the rectangle port because it's actually flows too much and really don't need that much flow characteristics or coefficients to actually make the horsepower. Well, that's untrue. So we'll show you the result. Because both these heads have capability of making, 550, 600 horsepower, and we're probably not even at that horsepower level on these graphs. We will be with the second one. So basically this one here is the rectangle. It is a slightly bigger motor. We don't have much choice with how it's done. So this is the LS3. The only difference is obviously, 65 thou in the ball. Diff ratios are exactly the same. That's why we decided to do these. So down low, they're apples for apples. There's no real difference at all. And you can see that quite clearly all the way up. And then we get further up, way it goes. Now people go, oh, they lose torque and bottom end. Listen, tiny bit possibly there, but we're talking nothing realistically compared to the gaps here. 722 to 648, it's 70 Newton meters difference there. And there we've got a whopping 94 Newton meters difference at that rev range. So guys, just wanted to show you that realistically, the internet chatter is that you don't need that flow. We're saying that realistically, yes, that is a calculation, but in real world, it does turn into horsepower and torque, and we're not really losing anything. So GM were pretty smart how they done that LS3 head, how they moved it. So it's just not about port volume. It has also got to do with the line of sight, the swirl. There's so many factors, the short turn. It's not just about the flow or the CCs. There's so much more in it with a cylinder head, and don't believe that you don't need that CFM. Here's a back-to-back showing you that that larger cylinder head really didn't give up anything, and it actually was far superior in every way. So guys, bit of a tech talk. Hope you like that. We'll do some more stuff soon. Subscribe, hit the button, and that'll help us do more content. Thanks.